What's going on, Aquarius? Welcome to your October reading by Divine Nudges. So happy that you're here to join me today. Let me start off by dedicating this reading to a friend of mine who called me looking for it. And I appreciate that because it makes me feel good to know that these messages are being received and welcomed, and that they're being found useful by someone out there. Without likes and comments, it's really difficult to gauge how effective my readings are for the viewers. So, to my friend, you know who you are. Thank you so much. I appreciate you because I needed that boost. Alrighty, so let's get started. Okay, this deck is a little bit big for me, so I just kind of make do. And let's see. I feel like I'm totally being drawn to this card here. The coffee. Let me do it this way. The coffee, because it's in the reverse. Okay. Um, this card very much means like the awakening card for me. So, Aquarius, you may be sleeping on something. Okay. Most of us drink coffee to wake up, to feel more awake in the morning, to get that boost, and can't even really function without it. So, right now, Aquarius, you may be feeling low functional, low vibe, low energy, like you just don't have that boost, or there's something that you're sleeping on right now, Aquarius, something that the universe would be calling you to wake up to. Okay. But let's keep looking. Let's keep getting messages to see what else we can find. All right. Let's start with this deck here. Oh, look at that. What came out already? It says, those who do not move do not notice their chains. Well, that's interesting because there it is. This card would indicate that you're asleep or someone's asleep out there right now. So, Aquarius, I'm going to just pose the question to you. Are you living up to your potential? Are you taking the actions that you need to take in order to create the reality that you want for yourself? Because it says here, those who do not move do not notice their chains. So there is definitely something here that is going unnoticed right now, Aquarius. And this reading is definitely calling you to it. So, what is it that you're missing right now? What is it that you're sleeping on? And what is it that you need to awaken to? And could it be that you're just not seeing? This could be something related to trauma, anything that paralyzes you, anything that stops you from taking action, moving forward, communicating, and things, those who do not move do not notice their chains. There's always fear tied into bondage. Okay, so are there fears that are going unaddressed right now that need to be brought to the surface so that you can no longer be bound by them, Aquarius? Alrighty, so let's just keep digging. It says maturity is working through your trauma and not using it as a never-ending excuse for poor behavior. I don't know. These messages are kind of, I was just talking about trauma, fears and, things that bind us and don't allow us to move and get in our, here's the thing, Aquarius, you don't want to be your own worst enemy because we live in a very big world and there are so many people out there who are willing to, block us, hate on us, cause delays for us and prevent us from moving forward on our path to success. So we don't need to help those people out. If anything, we need to build ourselves up in a way that makes their jobs very difficult, if not impossible. Okay, so it's saying here maturity is working through your trauma and not using it as a never ending excuse for poor behavior. Your trauma right now, Aquarius, is creating bondage for you. And here's the thing, this card very much, it speaks to me as the judgment card in the traditional tarot deck. And when the universe is trying to wake someone up to something, it's subtle, it's very subtle. You may get a divine nudge, like the one you're getting right now, but I have a feeling that you've been getting nudged since before today's reading. But then it gets louder and louder and louder and louder, and you, to the point where you can't ignore it. And I'm not literally talking about a sound, I'm talking about signs, and more importantly, and even more scary. And it's not that the universe is trying to be uh, a scary ghost demon monster, but it usually starts to get louder in our circumstances and our experiences and the world around us, our interactions with people, whether it's lovers, family, friends, work. It starts to get louder. The universe starts to use everything within our grasp to get our attention. That's where it gets scary. I tell people all the time, address it when the universe is trying to drive a point home to you and trying to put you on your path. Get on it before that tower moment hits, because the universe is kind enough to give you the choice to take heed to the messages and the signs before it gets so loud that it just becomes an outright tower moment. We have clout chasers. Do you have clout chasers around you right now, Aquarius? Are you erring on the side of being a clout chaser, of putting more emphasis on the appearances versus the actual reality of doing? So there's a warning here about clout chasers right now, okay? It's not about keeping up with the Joneses in this moment, Aquarius. It's about showing and proving. Okay, because a lot of people can act like like they're the man or they're the woman, like they're the boss bitch or the boss, BDE, big energy. A lot of people can put on a front, but not everybody has the actual clout to back it up, meaning they have a stable life, they're secure, they're in charge of themselves, they're self-reliant, they're independent, they've built a world for themselves that really they wouldn't let me tell you something, they wouldn't even want the clout, because the more people know about you, the more people start to pocket watch, the more people want to dig in your pockets, want to know what you're using your money for, and how you go about how they can access it. You know what I mean? So a lot of people who really have their stuff together, who have themselves together, that's not something that they really want to make known to the world, not how deep and how far it goes. Okay, real ones don't want to be surrounded by clout chasers. So there is something here, a message for you here, Aquarius, about like, do you have real, genuine people in your circle, or are you surrounded by clout chasers? Are you drawn to clout chasers? Because those people, those clout chasers, are going to keep you in a state of just appearances, keeping up with appearances. So also a wake up call here, my loves, to understand that you become your friends, you become your circle, and you have to be, aware of that. Here we have opinions are like a-holes. That means everybody has one. Okay. So there could be a need here for you to not care, not to put so much emphasis on what other people think. And that's part of the clout chasing, right? Like you may feel like you have to live up to the expectations of others. You are being woken up to march to the beat of your own drum, Aquarius. You are being woken up to be the creator in your life, despite who approves and despite who validates. Okay. Because let's face it, if you care more about what other people think than what your heart desires, you're a puppet, okay? And the strings are your care for what they think. Their opinions are the puppet master, and those strings are the power that you give them because you want their validation or because you care what they think. Okay. I'm not at all saying to go rogue. I'm not at all saying to go rogue and go crazy. But there comes a time where the most important opinion of you should be your own. Okay, and everybody else can add to it if you allow them to, but you darn sure shouldn't allow anybody to take away from the opinion that you have about yourself. Okay, the last card from this deck, it says no one can steal your thunder, and it came out in the reverse. So I am sensing, Aquarius, that you steal your own thunder when you care too much about what other people think, when you're too busy keeping up with the Joneses and caring about what the clout chasers think. This could be, for my divine masculines, this could be women out there who, oh, my man got a this and my man has to that. And this is, if he ain't this and he ain't that, let me tell you something, boo. Worry about you. I'm gonna worry about me. I'm busy building. I'm busy building, and I may not be going at your pace. If you don't like it, that just means that we're not well aligned. We're not well aligned because someone is going to value anyone who cares about themselves, who respects themselves, to pour into themselves, enough to pour into themselves and to build from wherever they are. Okay. So there's an awareness. It appears to me, Aquarius, that you may not be aware that no one can steal your thunder unless you give them the ability to do so. Okay. And when I say, not caring about what people think, that doesn't mean constructive. When you're given constructive criticism, see, the thing about it is that when someone gives you constructive criticism, whether it's coming from a place of love or whether it's coming from a place of tearing you down. Okay. But also beware that you're not doing this one size fit all approach. Like, okay, when someone gives you constructive criticism from a space of love, make sure you're not shutting down. So, because now you're getting in your own way. A lot of times people can see things in us and around us that for some reason we create blinders to, and we don't necessarily see for ourselves. We don't necessarily see on our own. Right. But then on the flip side, you don't want to care so much about what other people think that everything someone tells you becomes like, oh, I got to make this adjustment. I got to make this change. So we're talking about balance here and discernment, Aquarius. Okay. It is needed at this time. All right. Spirit, let's try to get an idea of what October is going to look like for the sign of Aquarius. What can Aquarius expect um, during the month of October, Spirit? Please and thank you. What can Aquarius expect for the month of October? What can Aquarius expect for the month of October? First card, you may have some issues with friends, community. You may expect a decrease in socialization. You may not be socializing as much during the month of October, Aquarius. You may be keeping to yourself, but there could be, again, with the cloud chasers and the message that we had earlier, there could be this need or this calling for you to, really assess your circle of friends and the people that you surround yourself with. Okay. Here we have this King of Wands in the reverse. A King of Wands is typically, it's a leader. It's Leo. It's a fire sign. It's fire sign energy. Okay. So it's Leo, it's Sagittarius, and it's Aries. Okay. A King of Wands can be very much very controlling, in the reverse, controlling, a bit of a dictator, if you will, not very inspiring, is the opposite of inspiring and influential. It's more like, you know, almost making you feel defeated and uninspired. Okay. So this could be you. You could be feeling uninspired during the month of October, or there could be someone, a King of Wands energy around you right now. And if it's not a Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries, this could be a manager. This could be, some sort of other male energy, and it's not gender specific either, but someone in your auric field that's going to be making you feel uninspired during the month of October. So just be on the lookout for that, because I'm seeing here where there's not going to be a lot of socializing. You may start questioning whether or not you're surrounded by the right group of people. You may be feeling uninspired. So I'm telling you right now, Aquarius, with these energies lingering here, guard, protect your energy and your vibration. You're gonna have to find ways to find peace and joy independent of anyone. Okay, this is going to be a big time for you, and I'm sorry, that's all that I could think of. A big time. This is going to be a time for you, Aquarius, to really connect with yourself and to really see how you pull through for yourself, to really see how you have your own back, to really see how you bring yourself joy and peace. Okay. So if you're feeling a little bit alone, if you're feeling a little bit isolated during the month of October, there is a purpose for that, Aquarius, and it is to build a connection with yourself. You know, in my opinion and in my experience, the stronger my connection is with myself, the stronger my connection is with the divine. And a lot of times, the divine has to isolate us from the noise, from the hustle and bustle, from the opinions of others, from the energy of others. Okay? We all have spiritual entities attached to us, by the way. And depending on our vibration is going to determine what type. So if you have low vibrational peoples around you, you may have people with low vibrational energies attached to them. And you don't even see how in behind the veil in the invisible world they're impacting you. Okay, so a lot of time isolation serves the purpose of recharging, regenerating, building your strength, and it's seeing your power, seeing yourself for who you are, and most importantly connecting with the divine inside of you. Okay, here we have the Seven of Wands in the reverse. Okay, so I'm sensing that someone may be trying to cross your boundaries during the month of October, and it could be this King of Wands energy here. This King of Wands may be asking for a lot from you, or you may feel like this King of Wands is asking for a lot from you. You may feel defenseless too around this King of Wands. With the Seven of Wands in the reverse, there's this indication that. Um, Almost like someone being a wallflower, just kind of fading into the furniture, into the background. Okay, so this King of Wands energy this month may make you want to become a wallflower, just kind of become the furniture on the wall. Keep your head down, stay quiet, not draw any attention to you, because the wand suit is very much a suit of attention. Just a lot of energies and a lot of attention, right? So you yourself may be feeling as though you really just want to lay low, stay below the radar, or there could be someone who makes you feel like you're just like common and basic and there's nothing special about you. Okay. Again, please take these messages as they resonate. They're not going to apply to everyone. But whenever I see the Seven of Wands in reverse, because in the upright it would indicate that you're protecting your energy, so in the reverse it would indicate that there is going to be a need for you to protect your energy, and part of that includes boundary settings, but again the other part of it is you being your own best friend, having your own back, and when people are trying to tear you apart, you build yourself up, or you're already built up to the point where, as I said earlier, you either make their jobs difficult or impossible. Okay. So be your own best friend during the month of October. Yeah, gosh darn it. This is a lot of fire energy. So I'm getting a lot of movement, a lot of action, a lot of activity, but with it being in the reverse, it may feel burdensome to you. Okay. It may not feel like the good kind of energy and movement and busyness. Okay. On the flip side, this could be a slow down. So it could be like you having to push through busyness while feeling uninspired. Okay. So there's really, I'm sensing that October is going to be a bit challenging for you, Aquarius, okay? But to be forewarned is to be forearmed. You can get ahead of it just by hearing these messages. You know what I mean? You can be on the lookout so that the moment someone triggers these energies within you, you can say, divine nudges. When I was listening to the reading, she said that this was going to be the case for this month, and she told me to protect my energy and to be my own best friend. So don't let them get you down. Okay. um Yeah, because there may be a someone may want to make you feel defeated, right? Someone may be wanting to send you packing, Aquarius. Okay, someone may want you to like quit and just walk away from it all. You're being divinely nudged to not do that. Do not make that easy for them. If you want to get rid of me, if you want me to go, then you do it. You figure out how to do it, but you're not going to turn me against myself in such a way where I quit on myself. Okay, so if you have someone around you who's just like, just go away now. No, 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 no. Show up. Show up. They don't like it too bad. Here we have the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, and it kind of fell out here. Under this King of Wands here. The Nine of Pentacles is someone who's financially independent, who's very financially well off. Um, let's see here. What is this Nine of Pentacles, my loves? What are you trying to tell me with this Nine of Pentacles? I'm seeing the Temperance card. Yeah, that's interesting because the Temperance card had come out earlier. So we have this angelic guidance that I'm seeing for you during the month of August. So you're not alone. As isolated as you may feel, you're not alone. You have angelic guidance around you during the month of, I said August. Did something happen in August? This may be a Leo, right? Because August is Leo season. August is Leo season, okay? But during the month of October, you are going to be receiving angelic guidance. So definitely tap into your intuition. But this did come out in the reverse, okay? There could be a situation with a love relationship that's going to go awry. Okay. You may be cutting off a romantic partnership or some sort of a romantic relationship. And it could be with someone who's financially independent, financially stable. Um, There could also be this energy here, Aquarius, of you wanting to be financially independent without having to rely on anyone else. I know we're living in a world right now where, you know, honestly, family, marriage is one way to build wealth in this world because it's getting increasingly difficult to do so as an individual and to do so alone. Not saying it's impossible, not saying it's impossible, but you really got to tap into those avenues to figure out how to do it on your own. Um, and so there may be this energy right now, Aquarius, this vibe of like, I want to be financially independent on my own. There could also be this vibe of um, feeling like I can't be in a relationship because I'm not financially independent, or I don't want to be in a relationship until I am financially independent. Okay, this King of Wands could be King of Wands in and of itself would indicate an entrepreneur. Okay, and I just think that's underscored with this financial independence card here. And there could be a need to protect your boundaries against toxic lovers during the month of I said August again. What is going on? What happens in August, Aquarius? What happens in August? Because it keeps kind of coming up. Okay, let's see. I always like to do cord cutting messages in the monthly readings just to see what it is that we need to release and let go of. So let me pull a couple of cards from the Cutting Cords Oracle deck, just to see, what else you may need to release, right? And understand too, Aquarius, that when you let go of something, you need to fill yourself back up. And you want to fill yourself up with love, light, spiritual fortitude, all of the positive things, because if you leave that empty space in you, you pretty much create the opportunity for any and everything to jump in it. Okay, good, bad, or indifferent. So you want to be intentional with filling yourself back up when you release. Don't just like release someone or a trauma or a thing and then leave yourself empty. Okay, emptiness is like the fastest route to more karma. Okay. Content, it says satisfied with the current state, even if it's not good. You need to cut that out. Okay. Um, and that's how the reading opened up. Those who do not move do not notice their chains. Okay. What was the other one about mature? Oh, look at it. It's right here. Maturity is working through your trauma and not using it as a never ending excuse for poor behavior. Okay. So there's something about releasing the tendency to be content with the current state, even if it's not good. You're selling yourself short. You're settling. Mm. Excuse me, Aquarius. And it says here, good girl gone bad. And it did come out in the reverse. So here's the thing, Aquarius. For some of you, like, do not become bitter, okay? For my divine feminines out there, do not be a good girl gone bad. Do not let the world change you. And this doesn't just have to do with masculine energies and intimate relationships. It could be anyone and everything. Stay true and authentic to yourself, okay? And you could be content right now with being this good girl gone bad. You may be in the habit and this could be for a masculine. There is a good guy gone bad card here. But let's just say this isn't gender specific. You could be in a state of being content with like whatever people throw your way. You're just like, yeah, whatever. I don't care anymore. I don't care. And I'm just going to put on this really cold, hard, um, exterior, and I'm just going to shut the world out, right? There's that, but there could be other ways in which a good girl or a good guy can go bad. So do not be content with accepting and settling for the shit that people throw at you, okay? And it says here, fed up. Oh, look, done with being Mr. Nice Guy. I didn't even notice that. So yeah, so I'm definitely talking to my divine masculines and my divine feminine. Do not let the world change you. Do not let the world make you so cold that you get in your own way and that you cut yourself off from love and blessings and good things actually happening to you. It says here karmic family members, okay? And again, it did come out in the reverse. So there's something about karmic family members here. There's something about karmic family members here, but it did come out in the reverse. So this could indicate that you have a lot of either childhood trauma or family related trauma that you need to set yourself free from, because those are the bondages. Those are the chains that are holding you down. So there could be something here with karmic family members that you really just have not addressed. And let me tell you something. It may not necessarily entail you cutting them off 100%. And it may not necessarily entail you setting the record straight with them. It's likely going to entail you this inward journey of you teaching yourself, unlearning. There you go. Unlearning what these karmic family members taught you that turned you into a bad girl or a bad guy. All right, Aquarius, this video is about to cut out on me, so I'm going to let you go. Whatever you do, please be kind to yourself. Take care of yourself, and I will talk to you soon. I promise.